I'm going to change the way you bake a chocolate cake. You're going to do it on top of the stove. You're going to steam it in 23 minutes, and it's 2 bowls. You don't need a standing mixer. So if you're familiar with dim sum or bao buns, which are steamed, you get that great, lovely, slightly spongy, light texture, which is what we're looking for here. So taking steaming, applying it to an American dessert chocolate cake, and I think you get something better. So the first step is the dry ingredients, flour. This recipe doesn't use melted chocolate, it just uses cocoa. I find that cocoa gives you a much more intense chocolate experience than melted chocolate, because it doesn't have the cocoa butter, it's just the solids. A little salt, baking soda because chocolate is acidic. A couple eggs or light brown sugar. Just whisk that for about 30 seconds. A little bit of water. Espresso powder. Sour cream. Melted butter.
Yeah, is it solidified yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
First, don't stand in front of the microwave.
Okay, melted butter. A little tip about vanilla. I find you can double the amount of vanilla called for in most recipes, and it'll taste better. I mean, who doesn't like vanilla? Now, if you're doing a custard or something where you have other flavors, maybe you don't want to do it, but a cake, any kind of cake or a quick bread, you can easily double the vanilla. I don't know how people decide on the amount of vanilla, because 2 teaspoons versus 1 teaspoon, I guess you call this a two bowl cake, right? Not a 1 bowl cake. You can use a whisk for gently folding batters. So I wouldn't use it when folding an egg whites necessarily, but a nice balloon whisk will work well here. This is, a 3rd grade cake. And by that I mean a 3rd grader can make this cake. So it's super simple. Okay, so we have a Dutch oven. We have a prepared cake pan. We have parchment paper, butter, and then we've also put it on top of a 18-inch coil of aluminum foil, rolled it up like a snake, and put that as the basis. And we have water in the pan as well. Now we're going to put in the batter. Put the top on. Turn up the heat. Bring it up to a boil. Reduce it down to a simmer with the top on for about 23 minutes. So it cooks quickly, but it's in a steam environment. So you're going to get a very different texture than you would in the oven. The oven is going to be a little drier. It's not a question of being easier than putting in the oven. It's really a question of getting a better cake at the end of the day. I have said I'd rather die than not cook on gas stoves. Not that I have a strong opinion. I actually saw this advertised, this copper one, and I love the knobs on it. It's brilliant. This is a more precise way of gauging how much power you have. Well, I'm just going to lick batter waiting for this. The conundrum as a cook with kids is, do you let the kids eat batter with raw eggs in it or not? My answer is yes. So it's cooked.
With more panache.
Well, you're looking at the steam, not me. Fellini getting the steam shot. You need to get this out with your fingers, so obviously you need to have it be cool enough for that. If you are baking or cooking a chocolate cake or cookies and you start smelling chocolate, well, the volatiles are escaping from the cake or cookie into the air, which means you're going to have less chocolate flavor in what you're baking. There are lots of ways of telling when the cake is done. The best way to do it is simply to touch the center lightly. It should spring back. It has clear chocolate flavor. It has a wonderful, almost spongy texture to it. It is weird that a steamed cake on top of the stove may be my favorite chocolate cake, but I love the texture. It's that devil's food cake texture, right? A little spongy on the airy side. I think that the problem with many chocolate cakes is they're overbearing. They're too chocolatey, they're too dense. You have a couple of bites, you're done, right? The thing about this cake is it's light, it's airy. You can eat a whole slice and be satisfied but not feel like you just ate 6 bars of chocolate. I think it's perfect, and it's simple, so I love it.